All right, my friends, science and social studies. So here is your packet. The first week is all dedicated to science. It is a project, and what you're going to do is work on adaptations for an alien. And if you turn the first page, there are notes to help you understand what kind of adaptations different animals have in the wilderness to help them survive. And we talked about this briefly. If you guys remember, we did like the producers, the composers, just all the nature, the food chain, the food web. We didn't spend a ton of time on it, but we did talk about adaptations. So that means how the animal or thing can adapt to its environment to survive. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a designer alien. Okay, and so please read all the directions. You could create your designer alien with markers, paper, and crayons. You could also use construction paper and craft type things. Or if you're artsy on the computer, you can also use like a computer program to create your alien. Okay, so if you look on the back side, all the directions are here. But you need to understand that you are going to be making this alien. He has very little oxygen. There's lots of rocks and sand available. There is some water in ponds. There are little plants near the ponds, and it is frigid, which means cold year-round. And you just want to make sure that you have 5 adaptations that can help him live in this particular environment. Whatever environment you choose, please make that the background of your alien adaptations and label your adaptations, and please like type them up or label them so that I know what adaptations you're using for your alien. Okay, and then you'll move on to social studies for the next 2 weeks. It's pretty self-explanatory. We are doing 3 branches of government. You have notes to help you. And as always, I can put up any type of video to help you as well. And pretty easy, reading some questions. And then towards the end, the last 2 days, I believe, you're going to look into what's called the Emancipation Proclamation, written by Abraham Lincoln. It freed the slaves. The first page that I have for you is just an explanation of what the Emancipation Proclamation is. Little info about Lincoln. So there's nothing really to do there. But on the back side, you'll see the actual proclamation, a copy of that. Okay? And then there is a couple activities following Wednesday and Friday on the Emancipation. We're close to the end of social studies. We aren't going to get to the westward expansion, so like the Louisiana Purchase and moving west and creating what we call the United States today throughout the West. We're going to miss that chapter, but you have your book, so please browse through it, read through it, especially the Louisiana Purchase. That's something you'll need to know in future classes and just for life. And so if you could maybe just look into that a little bit, you're going to probably run into someone named Sacagawea and a couple people who did a lot of exploring towards the West. Specifically, you're going to hear about somebody named Lewis and Clark. They were a team who did a lot of westward expanding after the first findings of the East Coast. So if you could brush through it, just look at it, maybe look up Sacagawea, Lewis and Clark, the Louisiana Purchase, and President Jefferson was the president at this time. So just kind of use those to help you further your knowledge because we're going to miss that chapter. Okay?